Hello everyone, my name is Addie and today I have about a 30-minute flow for you guys, just working on warming up, loosening up our muscles, getting ready for the rest of our day. So this will be an awesome flow to do first thing in the morning or before you begin your more vigorous practice. So let's get to it.
So we'll go ahead and begin in an easy seated position, beginning to draw our shoulders up towards our ears and then down along our backs. So taking some really big, nice shoulder rolls here, beginning to warm up through the shoulders, along the upper back, rolling our shoulder blades along our spine. Just bringing our attention to our breath. So we're inhaling as we roll up and exhaling as we press our shoulders down. Go ahead and let all that air go. And as we take our next big inhale, we'll send both hands up high above our head. Exhaling as we press the palms into one another, bringing them down to heart center. Inhale and rise. Exhale and cactus the arms to either sides, drawing in more power. Moving through this flow through heart center. Inhale and rise. Cactusing the arms to either side. Drawing in the breath. And heart center. This whole time, drawing energy between the palms. Drawing energy throughout our body, feeling our breath energize us here. Feel free to take some really deep breaths, pressing the air out, making that audible sound through the back of our throat. Next time we're at heart center, we'll go ahead and hold here. Pressing the palms into one another, really activating the chest muscles. We'll take a twist on over to one side. Finding our way through center and on over to the other. Moving out side to side here with intention, really pressing the palms in towards each other. And switch. One more time each side. Exhale as we find center. And shake out those shoulders a little bit. Inhale, both hands come high, and we'll twist on over to one side. Through center. And twisting and drawing our energy up towards the sky or towards the ceiling. Feeling ourselves become light here and loosening up our spines. Shaking out a little side to side, however feels good, just allowing our arms and our hands to feel loose. Maybe our head and neck roll out as well. Let's take a deeper twist on over to one side. And through center to the other. Let's gently find our way right back at center and take a big roll in the shoulders once we meet there. Exhale, let it go. We'll go ahead and reach both hands up. Dropping our right hand down to the mat and reaching up with the left, finding a nice open chest as much as we can. The huge stretch through the side body here. We'll go ahead and switch sides. Moving ourselves through center. If you'd like to come a little more deeper and you're more flexible, maybe you drop that elbow down towards the mat, or if you have a block handy, you can use that as well. And switching sides. This time we'll begin to roll ourselves through center, flowing on out to one side and opening up. and to the other. Finding that nice openness through the chest on each side. We're just flowing around here, moving our bodies, getting a little bit warm. We'll take one more each side, and we'll gently find our way back to center, reaching our hands out in front of us. So we exhale, we'll allow our body to fold a little more. Go ahead and take a slight inhale, lift up, and release. Allowing ourselves to sink down and come back in tune with our breath if we'd lost our connection to it at all. And go ahead and bring the palms to touch, but we're twisting our hands so both palms are facing inward, twisting at the wrist so we can get a big stretch along our upper back. We're drawing our ears down in between our shoulders. And as we take an inhale, we'll open the arms, taking them in a clasp behind our back, taking a little back bend here to open the chest. Inhale, release, and exhale, round forward. Inhale, release, and exhale, take the back bend. And as hands release, we'll go ahead and take our hands in front of us, rolling over our ankles, coming into all fours here. So our hips right over our knees and our shoulders right over our wrists. We'll go ahead and take some cat-cows in a circle here. So we're dropping our belly down towards the mat. Our rib cage presses over to the left, through center, over to the right, and right back down through center. So go ahead and move through this circle, engaging our abs at the top there, pulling in our lower belly as we round up. As we exhale, rounding down, letting all that air go. So beginning to coordinate our movement with our breath here. Just feel free to close your eyes. Maybe you dip down a little more into your shoulders. Really feel the movement. Become in tune with your body. Go ahead and switch directions. I'll take a few more here. So really take some nice deep breaths, loosening through our shoulders and all down along our spine. Go ahead and hold ourselves at center now. And taking our hands wide, we'll take some big rolls all the way down and back through our shoulders. So as we're doing this, we're pulling our shoulder blades along our spine. You might hear some nice crackles and pops along your upper back here. Those are good. All that tension's releasing. And as we begin to inch forward a little more and a little more, we begin to come through almost a cobra in that forward position. So every time I'm coming forward, I'm itching my hands a little bit more up my mat and finding ourselves in a cobra pose here. So untucking our toes, pressing the tops of our feet down. Deep breath in. And as we exhale, allow our forehead to come on down to the mat. Inhale and roll up. Exhale, rolling down. Inhale and up. And down. Rolling up, pressing the shoulders down away from the ears. And down. Go ahead and hold here, and we'll begin to take some small circles, alternating between shoulders. You might begin to feel a little bit dancey here, but that's great. That's what we're going for. Rolling out through each shoulder, really feeling our bodies. And go ahead and hold ourselves up here one last time. And exhale, release all the way down. We're going to press into our hands. So we can hinge at the hips, sending our hips back towards our heels, taking a little child's pose here. Begin to flow. So inhale as we come forward through our cobra, lowering our chest and our forehead down. Inhale and rise through cobra. Exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower. So we're beginning to create a wave through our body. Go ahead and flow here with your own body. So yours will look a little bit different than mine, and that's totally okay. Always doing what feels right to you. We're just taking this time to warm up. So these are one of my favorite things to do. Even if I don't get any other practicing in first in the morning, I love to do these. Rolling forward and back. Each time we move through that cobra, making it a little bit deeper. And each time we land in our child's pose, pressing a little more through our palms. We'll go ahead and find our way into a tabletop here. Nice core engaged. We'll reach that right hand up. Take some big circles in the shoulder. And go ahead and release. Switch sides. Left hand comes up tall. And release. Both hands go out wide. So we're coming into a puppy pose here. The only difference between puppy pose and child's pose is that the hips stay right over the knees. If you're a little more open through your back and shoulders, feel free to draw your chin and chest down a little closer to the mat. Getting a big heart opener here and really getting into our upper back flexibility. So we can slowly begin to release. We're going to take some funky little push-ups here. So if this doesn't feel good on that one knee and the bottom, feel free to just take the push-ups on your knees or take full push-ups if that's your jam. So we're bringing one foot about knee height, a little bit above or a little below is great. And we're dipping down with those nice chaturanga arms, elbows staying into the sides. And pressing up. So moving with our breath, lower. And exhale, press up. Lower. And up. Go ahead and switch sides here. Go ahead and lower. And lift. Lower. And lift. Staying strong through the shoulders. Just a few more here. Holding our body nice and tight. The only thing that should be moving is our arms. Go ahead and take one more. And go ahead and release. We're going to tuck our toes. Finding ourselves in a plank pose here. So finding that nice flat line in our body. Strong through the shoulders. Focus as if we're pressing the mat away. Staying strong. Deep breaths here, beginning to build some fire in our core now that our body's nice and warmed up. We're going to draw the weight into one hand and open up to the side. So rolling onto the outside edge of that same side foot. Exhale as we come through center, rolling right on over to the other side. Through center and open up, staying strong, pressing out through that bottom hand. And switch sides. So notice I'm staying strong in that base shoulder. I'm not allowing it to dip down. And switch. One more time, switch on over. Finding our way right back at that center plank. And exhale, find a down dog. So take a little bit of time here just to walk out into the hamstrings. Stretch out through the backs of those legs. If you like a little bit of a challenge here, we'll go ahead and take our hands wide and we'll take some more push-ups, but in the down dog position here. So we're drawing our head straight down towards our hands and pressing right back up. Inhale and lower and press. Lower and press. And lower and press. Staying strong. Feel free to take a couple more here. Watch me, see how I'm doing it. We'll go ahead and hold in our down dog. We'll go ahead and hinge forward to a plank pose here. Staying strong. And dropping the knees, finding a quick child's pose. Bringing our attention back to our breath. Beginning to lengthen out that inhale and the exhale. Go ahead and walk our hands gently on over to one side. And through center to the other. Go ahead and find our way right back at center. Take a big stretch here and slowly roll ourselves up to seated on our heels. We can pull our knees in towards each other if we had them wide. Taking a little back bend, a little round, just warming up here. If you guys would like to take some circles, go for it. Just taking a little more time to really roll out through the body. So here I begin to take some circles, beginning at my head and my neck and letting those circles flow all the way down through my spine. Moving as slowly or as quickly as you like, what suits you. Switching directions here and there, just rolling out. And holding in that rounded position, letting all that air go. So we pull ourselves forward, we'll go ahead and step our left foot up. Sinking down into that right hip flexor, low lunge here. Doing a big stretch. And as we release, we'll begin to take it into the right quad. So here I'm reaching back for my right foot. And you may be leaning a little more back or a little more forward depending on your flexibility here. We'll go ahead and release that foot and come right back into the lunge. And lift up a little bit, coming into that quad stretch. As we release that foot, we'll go ahead and bring our hands down to the mat and flow out forward and back here. Moving from hip flexor to hamstrings. Just moving with your breath. And next time we're back, we'll go ahead and hold there, get a little bit of a longer stretch through that left hamstring. Gently release the stretch and go ahead and replace the left knee. We'll take the right knee forward now. So lunging into that side. Taking some deep breaths here. Maybe noticing the differences between your left and your right. Maybe you notice you need to work on one side a little more than the other. It's totally normal. And we'll go ahead and lift up a little bit, taking that quad stretch on this side. And if this stretch does bother your knee, maybe try rolling up a mat below it, or even taking a block below your knee and see how that feels. Go ahead and reverse the stretch, come forward, taking that lunge. And coming right back into that quad stretch. Alright, let's release that. Bring our hands on down to the mat. Go ahead and flow out forward and backwards. Maybe you spend a little more time in one position than the other, just moving with our bodies. And next time we're back, we'll go ahead and hold there, allowing ourselves to sink a little deeper into the stretch. And gently releasing forward, taking our knees in towards each other, finding all fours here. Drawing some fire back into the core, staying strong through our shoulders. We'll go ahead and tuck our toes, coming right back up into a plank here. Nice flat line in the body. We'll go ahead and hinge a little forward and a little back. And forward and back. Forward, back. Forward, stay strong, press back. Forward and back, staying strong through the shoulders, gazing down towards the mat. Forward and back. Go ahead and hold right in center here. We'll bring the weight onto our right hand, opening up into that side plank. Maybe you take a fun little variation here and taking a tree pose variation. And switching sides, same thing on the other side. Switching sides. I'll show another variation. You can just lift that leg up high there. And switch. Finding our way right back at center. We're going to pull our right knee up towards our right elbow. Right here. And back. Left knee to left elbow. And back. Right to right. Set it back. Stay strong. One more time each side. And a little bonus one if you guys like. Hold strong in the core. If you're feeling it, hold there. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bring a deep breath in and high on the toes. Exhale and lower the heels. High on the toes. Lower the heels. Go ahead and take a big bend in the knees. Press the chest towards the thighs. And step your feet up to meet your hands. Go ahead and just allow yourselves to hang out here. Maybe you shake it out a little bit side to side. So allowing our head and neck to hang long. Allowing the arms to be free, shaking it out. Just making yourself into kind of a rag doll here. Have some fun with it. Gently finding neutral and lowering our hips down towards our heels and taking some rock and rolls out forward and back. Just a couple times. Go ahead and hold at the top here for a second, drawing our heels in towards the ground, taking a deep breath in, finding that nice comfortable seated position. We'll draw our hands in the heart center. Inhale and reach out. Exhale and cactus to either side. Inhale and reach. And heart center. Reach out to either side. Continue with this flow. Eventually, having our hands meet at heart center. Taking a few more deep breaths here, and I'd like to thank you guys for flowing with me today. Hope you enjoyed. Namaste.